Hi there. I just wanted to make a remark about Russia in a video form so it's easier to consume. But as you can see on this picture, the fertility rate in Russia has been dropping. And in 2020, it was below 1. It was rising a little bit. Maybe Putin was trying to help it with some measures. I'm not sure. But it still was extinction level. So if the birth rate is below 2 per couple, then you don't get enough new children to make the same population. And Russia it's a huge country. It has 144 million people, but it doesn't have a huge economy, and can sure use people. So it's very mysterious to me why he would invade Ukraine and destroy 500,000 Russian fighting age men, which of course could otherwise have started families, although there's lots of criminals, but now they're recruited from everywhere. So why would you do that? That's first of all you're destroying your economy, because these people cannot create wealth where they live. They cannot run companies and do useful jobs. Second of all, you need lots of money and resources to fight that war, which are all pulled out of the economy. So that's going to drive you into poverty. Third of all, the men are gone, so other men will replace them. Where will they come from? Are they going to be imported from China, just like the stuff and the money and the weapons? That's a great strategy to kind of mix up your population. I mean, Putin is kidnapping kids from Ukraine and making them disappear into Russia. So maybe he has an agenda which is about mixing the population. I mean, you never know what he's really thinking. He might be very popular, and of course, there's more left for the people that remain. If you have a war fighting and people disappearing, like the men that are being bombed out of existence, but still, it is a huge load, like a heavy weight on resources. And of course, if your fossil infrastructure is bombed, etc., etc., it's never good. So if you look at the Second World War, why like 19 million civilians killed in Europe, apart from all the other people, the Russians, a lot of them were killed in the Second World War fighting the Nazis. So I think you always have to remember that Europe owes a debt of gratitude to that sacrifice. But at the same time, Russia is going to have a population drop. And now, it has it now, and it will have it after the war. And there is already a fertility drop, and it will have like a lot of suffering from the sanctions. So it's like there's now an economist that has replaced Shoigu. I don't think he can make any sense of this whole endeavor, this whole activity. I mean, of course, the suffering in Ukraine is immeasurable, and that's an outrage. But even if you are thinking like, okay, I'm Russia, I'm doing this, what am I going to gain from this whole enterprise? It is zero. It is negative. It is only suffering, less people, less happiness, less wealth. And I guess the Russian people are lied to and kept in some kind of illusion that it's all a good idea, because otherwise they would be in the streets. And I think Putin or Medvedev, if anybody with like some sense looks at the current process and the current effect it will have on Russia, they would stop immediately. It is just nonsense.